Hi lovelies, hope you're all doing really well. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you all the palettes I've used in November and December, eyeshadow palettes that is, and we're going to be ranking them, so let's get into it. Okay, so we've got 7 plus 3 bonus palettes, and the reason we've got bonus palettes is because I only used them once, so I can't really say, oh, this comes in second place with these bonus palettes. So anyway, let's do 7th place. I think this was on Am I Going to Declutter It? And I think I might, you know. I just need to check the rest of my collection just to see if I've got any other similar shades to the ones that I really liked. So it's a P. Louise Fall in Love palette. I really liked in this section here. So this section here and these 2 mattes here. So is it worth me keeping it for 6 out of the 12 shades? It is 12, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if it is. I mean, I feel like it could go to a home where somebody's using it more than I was. I did use, basically I didn't use these pinks because they wasn't the reason I pulled it out. I only pulled it out to use this section here and then these mattes here. Not a lover of. No, I actually did like that one. Wasn't a lover of that just because it's too... It doesn't show up, so I didn't really like that. And I don't really like these pinks, so not too sure what I'm going to do with that. That one was in 7th place. Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. I really thought I was going to declutter this, but I got some amazing looks out of it. The only shade I didn't really like is Crisp, this one up here. It's not the same formula as the rest of the shimmers. So for now, I'm going to keep it in my collection. I really like the look that I did with those greens, those purples. The purple was the best look that I did. And I did like this one as well. So I mixed, when I put it on the eye, Oh My God and Crisp. And it did look nice in the end. But I just don't like that shimmer. So for now, we'll keep it. 5th place, I've only just stopped using this. The last look was last night in a live stream. So, Sample Beauty, The Equalizer, Volume 2. This, again, was on chopping block, but I really like it. Love the look that I did with the oranges here. I also did a purple look. This is just more of a topper, so I really had to go in quite a lot with that one. What else did I do? I did a look with this one and this one. That turned out really pretty. I always put this one in the inner corner, and it just looks stunning. It's like a white to pink reflect, so this is going nowhere. The only reason I thought that it might is because I've not used it in such a long time. Place. So in 4th place is the Disney Hocus Pocus Colourpop Witching Hour. Again, really liked it. The shades that I really liked was these 2 mixed together, orange and like yellow gold. If I can get the looks that I did with these palettes, guys, I will put them in the video to show you. I'm sure I did looks with these as well, but I'm not 100% because it's been a while since I used this. I used this around Halloween, so it's been quite a while. Used it back in November. 3rd place, we have my That's Expensive Project Pan eyeshadow palette. I think this one was from November. So it's the Pat McGrath Labs Rose Decadence palette. Oh my gosh. And the reason it's in 3rd place is, I mean, it could have come in 2nd, to be honest, I think. This shade here looked absolutely stunning. I did like those 2 shades as well, but this shade is what sells it for me. I would never get rid of the palette. I did use another palette with it. They're coming up in a second. They're bonus palettes. 2nd place, this one was used in November as well. So we've got the Colourpop Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters. It took me a while to get through all these palettes just because I got really sick. I've got problems with my arm as well, so it took me a while. So that one looks like that. Now I changed this one up a bit. I added some greens in it. I did use them. So I added those greens and that green up there. It had glitters in it and I didn't want the glitters in here anymore. But yeah, I thought this was a stunning palette. Some of the shades feel a bit drier than they did originally, so I need to... Oops, palettes are falling everywhere, so I need to use it a little bit more, but yeah, I really do like it. And look at that artwork. What I'm thinking, guys, even if I take pretty much most of these shadows out, which at the moment I'm not going to, I'm always going to keep the palette for the magnetic palette just because it's so freaking stunning. So that's second place. You might know what's in my first place if you've been watching me do my live streams, because most of it has been on live stream. First place is this stunner of a palette. Now, how have I not used it sooner than this? So it's the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson Tiny Marvels palette. Oh, I used pretty much every shimmer in here just because I hadn't used it in such a long time. And I did put some of the looks on my Instagram, and Sydney Grace actually left a comment, which was really nice. So that was in the first place out of the 7. I do want to use this more just because it's on the older side now. It's not a palette that I got when it was first released, but I did get it, I think, just after Mel Thompson passed away, sadly. I think I got it around then just because I wanted to support the family, and also I missed out on it when it was originally brought out, so the colour story just speaks volumes. And this shade here, Scarab, I didn't think I'd like it, but I absolutely loved it on the eye. It's not as dark as what it looks in the palette there. It just looked really pretty. Now for the bonus palettes. They're not really in any special order. So when I needed a matte, I would go in with a Jason Wu Agave palette, which just looks like that. It's just a normal matte palette. It's really nice. Then second place, I used this one time. What palette did I use this with? I can find out in a minute. So the BH Scorpion Sting. So it looks like that. And I needed a lighter shade. I've only used it for one shade, and that's why it's not in the ranking. I used it for Creeper. It was when I was using the Sample Beauty, the oranges in this, because they're a bit like vibrant up here. Then I realised this shade is practically the same shade as the Scorpion Sting shade Creeper, so I didn't need to use it after all. I'm going to put this back in my collection and maybe bring it out in the summer. Now, looking at it, you can use this in summer or autumn. For this Shop My Stash that's going to come up, I want to use the Christmas palettes that I didn't get to use. Even though we're in January, I want to pull them out and use them some length of time. I did say that I'm going to do the No Pan Left Behind challenge, but I don't think I will on these palettes. We'll see though. I might change my mind. And then, like, one of my subscribers, Shannon, asked me to do a look with the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I think it was Shannon. Yeah, I pulled this out of my collection. What shade did I use? You know, I can't even remember what shades I used from this palette because it was quite a while ago. But anyway, guys, this is all the palettes that I used November/December. Have you got any of these palettes in your collection? If so, which ones are your favourites? Please don't forget to hype the video. It means a lot and gets my videos out into the algorithm. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Do all that good YouTuber stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.